I am just finished with spring break, but I wanted to share what I got up to when it comes to fiber art and painting. I made two paintings I really like over break, and I started a crochet project that had a bit of a twist, and I went through all of my yarn, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while, so let's get into it. The first thing I'm gonna do while I'm home for spring break is I'm going to go through my yarn stash. I've already kind of looked through my main bin and taken a couple things out. I knew I wanted to use this red yarn. I have a lot of it. I unraveled it from a sweater and I'm going to make a t-shirt out of it. And I have some white baby yarn that I've also set to the side. Other than that, this is all of the yarn that I have. And I'm actually really excited to see what is in there because some of it I've like put there and it's been like 3 years since I've taken a peek at this yarn. So yeah, I'm gonna show you a little bit how I have it organized now. I don't really think I'm going to change how I have it organized. I'm more going to neaten it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what I have in my stash, and then from there, I want to plan my spring and summer crocheting projects. I'm the sort of person who doesn't really buy yarn for projects just because that isn't super realistic for a lot of people to like buy yarn for projects and like spend that sort of money on something. So I more have an idea for a project and I need to tailor it to what I already own. Yeah, so I just need to take a look at the yarn I have in order to really start planning that. So let's take a look. Here is my first area of yarn that I have all behind these little curtains. As you can see, this is an absolute mess. I have these little shelves here and I have these drawers. These drawers are mostly scraps. This is more larger quantities of single yarns. This is just like, I actually don't even know. This is my gigantic, super messy bin of yarn. Yeah, so I used to have this as like, I cannot get any more yarn that doesn't fit in here, but now I have this and that. I think I need to kind of decide what is going to go where, because I know under the yellow there is going to be larger quantities of specific yarn. I think I'm gonna keep acrylic in here, and then I'm gonna keep nicer yarn in there. Everything is tangled and there is some beautiful stuff in here I'm already seeing jump out at me. This beautiful pink. Oh, literally, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this, but it's just amazing. And then this yarn, which I know is really nice. I got it at like a nice yarn store when I was a kid. But my dogs have this habit of eating the labels of my yarn. A lot of my yarn, I have no idea what the material is, what the brand is. That's gonna be a fun adventure of trying to identify these fibers. I have some gems that I found through looking through my collection real quick. That's just in that bin. And so first I have this, which I knew I have. It wasn't like a discovery that I forgot about or anything. I got it earlier this year. Lace weight, beautiful, beautiful silk yarn. It's like this texture that I love, like a little bit, not rough, smooth. Yeah, like smooth, but like not soft, but like smooth texture. It's my favorite texture. I don't like super soft. Anything with a halo, I'm usually like, ugh, don't like that feeling. But yeah, this is by Wonderland Yarns, Summer Silk, fingering weight, 100% silk. It's so beautiful because you can see like how it's just all different variations of colors. You have like lighter pinks going on here. The whole thing I would say is like a purpley pink, but then there's like speckles of purple. It's just like the most beautiful thing ever. And then I have, where did I put it? I have this, oh, this is probably the coolest yarn that I own. It is from Alpacas of Munich, and my aunt got it for me in Munich, and she got to meet the alpacas and stuff, and I'm like so jealous. I am going to Verona this summer, and I want to take a train up to Munich through the month that I'm there and go see these alpacas. But it's soft, like, and I usually don't like soft. I just said I don't like soft, so I guess I'm contradicting myself, but it is just like the most beautiful yarn. I need to learn how to knit before I make something with this, because I love crocheting. I'm a crocheting girl. I feel like a lot of the times in my crocheting though, I'm trying to mimic knit, because it's just like, I need to knit something with this, like something beautiful. It's like a personal philosophy that you should use the nice things in life, because I feel like, you know, there's so many things that are nice that I had never used, and then they fell out of use. And then I have this 100% alpaca yarn that I thrifted. It's not soft. It's definitely a little scratchy, but it's really cool. Yeah, but it's 100% alpaca. I don't know this brand. I don't know what I'd make with it because I don't really like the texture, and it's like an awkward amount. So I found some more cool yarns. I have these 3 colors. I have 2 skeins of each of this 100% cotton yarn by Juniper Moon Farm. But yeah, they're really pretty. They're really soft. They're 100% cotton, but they're like heavier. I could make like probably like a winter sweater out of these, but I want to save that for when I'm a little bit more skilled. I know I should use my nice things, but I just think that these 3 colors aren't my favorites. I got them like 3-4 years ago, and if I would have gotten them now, I probably would have gotten them all in this color or all in this color, or maybe just like these 2. Once I'm more skilled and can figure out something cool to do with color work. And then I have these. My dogs ate the labels off all of these. I have 2 of this one and 2 of this one, and I love these 2, and they're cotton also. I think I want to make a pair of shorts out of these. I'm gonna do a practice pair of shorts. If I have extra of this red yarn that I'm making a radical and t-shirt out of right now, I might make a pair of shorts and I can have like a matching set. I'm excited that I have like everything, that I'm just like seeing what I have right now and getting to come up with ideas for all my stuff. And tomorrow I'm going to the thrift store and I'm going to look for some sweaters to unravel, because that's how I have this yarn and, give me a second, and this yarn. So you can see they're both like really thin. They're probably like lace weight, fingering weight. I don't know if there's a difference between lace weight and fingering weight, and that's what usually you get when you're unraveling sweaters, but I think it's fun to unravel them, and then you get like large quantities of yarn for like $6-7. You can get like so much yarn, and you know it's good enough quality for a sweater because it was already a sweater. But yeah, I'm coming up with a lot of ideas and feeling very inspired, and then I'm putting everything away right now, and I'm going to show you once I'm done what I did with everything and where it all is now. Here I have some like knitting needles. I'm gonna put my crochet hooks in here, just like supplies stuff. Here I have all of my acrylic yarn that isn't like, you know, super nice or anything. I like these ones though. I made a sweater out of these. I have some of this is acrylic, but it's all just like nicer yarn, or yarn that I have specific ideas for that isn't in large quantities. So that might be like 1 or 2 balls. Here I have larger quantities of yarn, so like nicer yarns that I have multiple skeins of. And then I have a couple drawers here, and these are where I keep my scraps, but I separated them from cooler colors and warmer colors. Yeah, that's where everything is, and I'm gonna go put it all away now, and I'm really excited to have everything in its spot, in its place. Good morning. I am working on this and it's taking forever. Just because like this yarn is very, very thin and I'm using a 3.5mm hook. But I am actually very proud of how it's turning out if I fold it in half. Okay, raglan. The only thing is, this is a day of work. And I feel like once I get on a roll, you know, it'll start happening quicker. And I'm not trying not to like need it to be fast, but I'm not starting over, even though this part is ugly. Look how nice this is. This part, ignore that. This is so nice. I like it when it has these lines in it because I feel like it looks like very nice. This is what the back looks like, all uniform, all very good. I don't even know how this looks so bad. All I do know is that I've decided what happened. It's like you can see lines here a little bit even though they're ugly, and I don't know how that happened. The ugly lines. This because it's like displaced and it was going this way and now it's going this way. Not like crazy amount, but subtly. I think I flipped it. And okay, I think like you're supposed to flip when you're working in the round. I was never taught how to work in the round. I just started doing it. I just figured it out one day when I was like 10. So what I'm thinking I might do is either maybe add some beads covered up in some sort of way with embroidery, or this is probably what I'm gonna do, fold it down a little bit, demonstrate just a little bit, not so it like buckles too much underneath, but just like it's only a few rows that are messed up, so literally like 2 rows fold down. And then I'll have a little bit of a collar, and I think that would be nice. This is what we have. I'm not gonna try it on yet because that's pathetic. Anyway, I'll see you in a little bit and hopefully this is bigger. Sad news. The raglan, it looks terrible. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna make a t-shirt that's not raglan because I've never done raglan before and I don't know what I did wrong, and I think I'm going to try raglan again in a few years because right now raglan is not on my good side. So I'm frogging this and I'm gonna start over with something I'm a little more familiar with, just making like a t-shirt. But yeah, it's Wednesday right now. I've been working on this since Sunday for a lot of hours, and the yarn is really thin, so I haven't really gotten very far on it. But I tried it on. I finally is at a point where I could try it on, and it looks terrible. Good thing I didn't get too far on it, but it's been a while since I frogged a project, and I'm just gonna have to be okay with that. Rest in peace, raglan. I don't know if you can tell, I've been crying. I'm so upset over this. Because I feel like I've never had to start over like that, and I guess just like because I'm getting better, I'm being a little bit more of a perfectionist with my crochet. I'm going to like just like form a sweater in panels to a t-shirt that I like the fit of. I'm gonna do double crochets. I was doing half double crochets, but I'm thinking I'm gonna start on the bottom and then do some sort of fun pattern. I'm definitely gonna do a scalloped edge. I'm gonna do like a little V neck thing, and I'm gonna like do around the bottom something with holes. I'm not really sure yet, but just like a simplistic little pattern. Maybe like 1 row of like that flower stitch that's really in right now. I did a sweater with that last summer because I feel like that was like the sweater last summer. So I've been working on this and I'm already like feeling better about this than the last one. I'm gonna do this little thing and I'm gonna reverse it and just do a few rows of checkers. I think that's cute, but I feel like the checkers won't go with a scalloped edge, so I'm like pondering What I really want is to do like fringe, like wood beads. I might like put a picture of what I'm talking about. I don't want to have to wash that because I want it to be squares and it's sharp edges. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like I feel like if I was doing maybe a bubble something of some sort, that would look better with the scallop. Even though I think a scalloped edge is cute, I can always do it on something else. I decided to take a little break because this terrible turn of events. And look at this sweater. So I went thrifting yesterday and I'm going to unravel this sweater for yarn. Love the color though, and it has this pretty lace detailing, which I think is beautiful, and I wish I knew how to knit. But yeah, I'm gonna unravel this for yarn because I have a vision. Because I really want to make like a beach cover-up dress. And I was gonna do it in white, but then I just like pink. I've done it a few times. That's how I got the red yarn I'm working with right now. What you need to look out for when you're choosing a sweater to unravel is the hems on the inside and also the material, but like what you want, of course. But the hem on the inside definitely shows whether or not this can be unraveled. Some sweaters they take big pieces of knit, cut them, sew them together, but you have to see that there is a single crochet seam and that the edges aren't cut. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull this apart into pieces and undo the seams, and then just like start rolling it up. It's a good mindless thing to do if you're watching like a movie. Been a couple days. I've been out and about, so I haven't really been able to work too much on this, but so today is Saturday. I started it Wednesday morning, and the last one I started Saturday and worked Wednesday, so that one I worked technically longer on. Yeah, this one is so much further along. Yeah, I love the way this one's turning out because I like this little checker pattern on the bottom. I think it's such like a simple way to make it more interesting, and I don't know which side I'm going to put as the outside yet. I'm thinking this side. So here are the two sides. Yeah, definitely this one. So the pattern I've been doing is something that I made up like a little while ago when I was just like messing around, and it's double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. So then these lines are all facing the same way. If you're going through both loops of the stitch, the lines are all facing the same way, so it kind of creates this like cool effect with lines. And yeah, I'm liking it. I think my stitches are looking very robotic. Actually made to like the pattern of this t-shirt. I like the way it fits, and a lot of times I do that where I'll measure my crochet projects to an item that I already like. And also, like, you don't know how a pattern is going to fit your body always when you buy a pattern offline. And I'm a very particular person when it comes to the way my clothing fits, and there are like a few items that I particularly like the way they fit, and it's very easy for me to not like the way something looks on my body. So I always do that whenever I make anything. And yeah, this is gonna be the back. The front I'm going to make like a little v-neck type situation, but I'm just gonna like separate it here, not like taper or anything, because what I might do, I had this idea where like I fold it over and then I had to put two buttons here. And then I've been continuing to unravel the pink sweater, but not really. I just did one sleeve of that, so I'm not really gonna focus on that, but I got it started to like get the ball rolling, literally. I'm back from break. It's a lovely rainy day. I didn't get as much done as I would have hoped. I was really hoping to get that red shirt done over break, but I had a setback, And the back panel is basically done now. I worked on it on the train. I'm excited to be back at school, and I have this sweater that I'm working on, and it's almost done. So hopefully this week I'll finish that up and I get that finished project adrenaline dopamine rush that I was hoping for with the red shirt, but continue to work on that because I am very motivated, because I think I'm gonna have enough yarn left to make a matching pair of shorts. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.